Rifftrax. Never pick tracks when the riffs are missing. Why you always gotta pick Rifftrax? It's your lucky day, it's time for Rifftrax.
Hello, I'm Faith, and welcome to Faith's Take, where I talk about anything and everything that I find interesting. And welcome to episode 14 of Every Rifftrax Short Reviewed, where I take 5 Rifftrax shorts in chronological order and give them a rating between 1 and 5, with the points being good, great, awesome, fantastic, and spectacular, since I don't think a bad Rifftrax short exists. I hope you're not tired of Christmas, because we're not done with it yet. We've got 2 Christmas shorts today, and both of those, as well as 2 additional shorts here, were all riffed during the Rifftrax Live Christmas Short Extravaganza show. As you're probably tired of hearing me say, of course the live versions are a little better because of the energy and timing and yada yada yada, but the jokes are the same and are still very entertaining. And with all that said, let's dive into episode 14 of Every Rifftrax Short Reviewed. Number 66, A Christmas Dream, from December 21st, 2009.
Really puts the stop in stop motion. As in, why, sweet lord, won't it stop?
I can only imagine this short must embody what it's like to eat some bad sugar plums and then watch the entire 24-hour Christmas Story marathon. Here a little girl abandons her creepy rag doll for her new Christmas toys. That night, Santa comes and somehow allows the toy to invade the girl's dreams, and what we should find to be charming comes off as something straight out of a Tim Burton-induced nightmare. But based on the state of the kid's Christmas tree, this could all just be the result of too much smoke inhalation.
Never let an arsonist decorate your Christmas tree. And she quickly loses interest in her Tickle Me Yahoo Serious doll.
His family has spent the last 7 Christmases behind police tape watching their house burn to the ground.
I know what we'll do. We'll have a Christmas dream.
For I am Santa, and I can force people to dream what I want.
Evil Santa ordered me to haunt your nightmares.
That's right. Smile away the fear.
I'm still lots of fun, even though you have new Christmas toys.
Come on down, you homewreckers, and I'll show you the meaning of loss.
A brief but adorable spaz attack.
I can play the piano, too.
In fact, I lived with Barry Manilow for 12 years.
Unfortunately, all I know are John Cage pieces.
The doll continues to prance around creepily, all while wrecking the little girl's bedroom in the process. Here's a tip that I would hope would be obvious, for if you want someone to stop ignoring you, don't destroy all their personal property, they'll want you even less than before.
To hell with your personal belongings.
Oh no, cops! Hide me!
Oh, now I'm going to skate for you.
And immediately Jeff Gillooly hits it on the knee with a lead pipe.
No one knew those would be his last words.
Gumby and Pokey prepare a hefty infringement lawsuit. Jeffrey survived this indignity and founded a successful toy store chain.
Sure, textbooks. Add those to the list of things that belong in a little girl's room, right under full-size piano and tree candles. Hey, that was the last remaining photo of my sister.
Thanks, Santa, wherever you are, for giving life to this obnoxious monster!
Bow before my works!
The vase of dried flowers, sacred. The rest of the room can be blown to shrapnel.
Please don't throw me away again.
Gonna take years of counseling to get past this incident.
An unintentionally dark short with some intentionally dark riffs, I gotta give this one a 4 out of 5.
How do you like my fancy playing?
It's about as fancy as those fancy cut green beans I get in the 20-ounce cans.
Number 67, The Night Before Christmas, from December 23rd, 2009.
A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread.
Nothing to dread other than the creepy winking giant who broke into my house.
This is pretty much a straightforward telling of the classic Clement Moore tale. We see the children dreaming of bizarre candy creatures, again something that I think is supposed to be charming but comes off as pretty jacked up, and the father of the family and his mustache witnessing Santa on Christmas Eve.
The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas, soon would be there.
Yes, blessed Saint Nicholas Nolte.
The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads.
Along with these weird egg beasts.
You know, those are running on a constant loop in Shia LaBeouf's head.
And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap.
Yeah, being the
When out
Pringles
on the
guy all
lawn,
day is exhausting
there arose
work.
such a clatter. Away to the window I flew like a flash.
Like a relatively
Tore
slow
open
flash.
the shutters, the moon on the breast of the new fallen snow.
Oh no, honey, the
Gave
Joker's on our lawn.
midday to opt with a little old driver so lively and quick. I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick.
Or Kenny Rogers
More
in the
rapid
role of a
than eagles,
lifetime.
his course, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name.
Hey, tough guy. Yo, big shooter. Hey, steak escape. Ho, funky bunch.
Mount to the sky, so up to the housetops the coursers they flew.
Yeah, that
With
goofy
a
noise
sleigh full
is
of
the sound of
toys.
reindeers flying.
And
Don't you
Saint
doubt it for a
Nicholas,
second.
too.
Santa likes traveling with the Little Rascals soundtrack.
As I drew in my head and was turning
Through in my
around,
head, our narrator's a
down the
turtle.
chimney.
We follow the father downstairs while he watches Santa work. So we're watching a man watching Santa come into his house, and Santa being completely okay with that, I guess. So much for doing all of his work in the cover of darkness. If Santa doesn't care who sees him, this father just lost his chance to win Best Father Ever award by waking up his children to see the Christmas magic.
A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack.
Now he'll choose the right toys for these kids based on their family's socioeconomic status.
The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath.
Oh man, I just know I'm gonna get the munchies so bad, right about Norway.
That shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly.
Bowls of jelly, very popular before the invention of jars.
Get your spoons, kids! What child wouldn't want a swan replica?
Time to immolate myself in protest.
Giving a nod,
Oh, gotta run, late for drinks with the Easter Bunny and Labor Day Larry.
I hope Santa left me boy clothes this year.
This Rifftrax take on the holiday classic gets a 3.5 out of 5.
Happy Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.
Well, happy Christmas to the one household I visited. The rest of the planet can ram it for all I care, especially Fort Worth.
Number 68, 3 Magic Words from December 29th, 2009.
All set? In the groove. Let's give. Look for quality, freshness, and flavor.
This is the groove?
They were the black-eyed peas of their time.
Here we have a propaganda piece for pork. By using the 3 magic words, quality, freshness, and flavor, these 3 singing butchers indoctrinate this mentally stunted young wife into believing that pork is the only meat to cook when her husband's invited 3 business buddies over for dinner. But to be honest, it's probably easy to get this lady to believe anything.
Oh, Mr. Butcher,
Yes, Mrs. Newlywed.
you're not afraid of my husband, are you?
I'll say I'm not.
I whooped his ass just yesterday.
Listen, what do you suppose? They got into an argument over whose wife was the best cook.
Yeah, her voice needs oil.
And does it come from where the best pork comes from? Oh, it's the Corn Belt or some silly place. And
Notice how subtly they're wedging pork into the dialogue.
I don't know whether pork is made of sheep or cow.
It's people. Pork is made from people.
I know all about Iowa and the Corn Belt. Why, I used to work in Des Moines.
I board folks for a living.
Smile, nod, back slowly toward the door. Grab a boning knife here.
It's so tender you could cut it with a fork.
Pork rules!
If you want the kind that's rated as the best.
You should buy the kind that isn't full of maggots and disease, and the butcher hasn't rubbed it on his chest.
They're the magic words for pork.
Uh-huh, neat. Dear God, take me now.
But look at the clock. It's after 4 and...
You've been singing for 3 hours!
Goodbye, Mrs. Newlywed. Don't you...
Ah, another song? No wonder they have only one customer.
Once she buys the pork and heads home, she finds that the 3 have somehow beaten her there and broken into her house in chef's outfits. Instead of running for her life and calling the cops, she just does what she does best, smiling stupidly and going along with what anybody tells her to do. And the 3 guys end up basically cooking the dinner for her. And then it turns out that the men are actually her husband's friends as well. Whether this is her imagination or actually happening, this is a pretty weird concept and quite a needless twist.
Sweet mother of God, they got in through the back door! Run! Run!
We'll start with the most important thing on the menu.
Lard.
First, wash your hands with salt.
Or else a gypsy will take your firstborn.
Formaldehyde. Now we're ready for a salad of the kind that sings a ballad.
A Michael Bolton salad?
While this added bit of art gives a final touch, just like a picture book.
And it'll taste nearly as good.
Hey, fellas, where's the dessert?
Quick Cowardly Lion impression.
Eeny, miny, alakatiz. Abba dabba. Here it is.
The jesters, sinister masters of the dark arts.
Golly, the boys from the Golden West.
Their names aren't important, just feed them dinner.
Here are we, the hungry three, with hearty appetite. Home-cooked food will taste so good, 'twill fill us with delight. So let's
Actually, that looks like crap. We'll see you, ma'am. Good night.
Most barbarous dinner I ever saw. Joe wins the bet, all right.
Joe also grins like someone who's not allowed within 200 feet of a school.
if you want the kind that's rated as the best.
Yeah, we've already bought the pork. Just trying to enjoy it now.
They're the magic words for pork.
And for any food item, really.
That's the eatin'est dinner I ever had.
Can you rephrase that in the form of an actual sentence?
Dear God, his basket is full of bacon and ham.
Look for quality, freshness, and cannibalism.
Ridiculous way to get the idea across. I love this one, and I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5.
Freshness and flavor, they're the magic words for pork.
Pork!
You also.
Number 69, Parade of Aquatic Champions from January 4th, 2010.
Yes, it's swimming, the thing that your 5-year-old always wants you to watch, only now you're watching someone you don't even care about.
What's more boring than watching people swim? Watching really old footage of people swimming. They build up the little water parade here by saying that they have the best swimmers and even actors at this show. That doesn't make the actual swimming any more interesting.
Crazy.
Here is Johnny Weissmuller, one of the outstanding record holders of all time.
He could hold like 30 records at once.
Among the champions is Esther Williams, beautiful motion picture star.
Can't stay any longer, bye.
The well-known Buster Crabbe needs little introduction, as he is an outstanding American swimmer.
The guy in the warehouse clapping
UFC
should be
coach
proof enough
Fred
of
King
that.
was helped. The Hopkins twins, Virginia and Miriam, are former national swimming stars and are now demonstrating their water waltz, which gained them fame in the aquacades.
A water waltz is like swimming, only slower and more dull.
Johnny has held many national and Olympic championships, dating as far back as 1921.
1921? It's like the year after swimming was invented.
By the early successful English Channel swimmers.
The unsuccessful channel swimmers would show you their stroke, but they're dead. How about that aqua waltz?
Yep, this is pretty much it the entire time. Mike, Kevin, and Bill are just stuck watching this uninteresting piece, and by extension, so are we.
Some of our younger swimmers are participating in this preliminary race.
They're also your waiter, so just as soon as this is over, they'll be by with your drink order.
A fine demonstration of speed and swimming ability.
Does it look strikingly similar to the last demonstration of speed and swimming ability?
Notice the
We confess it
quick
does.
turn. Harry Messenheimer in the near lane as he goes into the lead.
Unfortunately, he was just disqualified for failing to shower before entering the pool.
He qualifies for the final race with a time of 30 1/2 seconds.
Then he went mad with power, demanding that all sovereignty be given to him, the living spirit of Neptune,
As she leads her rival to the finish.
and begins to moon and taunt her opponent. Cut away, cut away!
This is a half gainer, half twist, 1 1/2 forward, which is one of his specialties.
As is time travel, but only a few seconds at a time.
Southern California children champions Larry Elliott and Paulette Henry
Larry?
are prodigies of the athletic club. These children are also outstanding in other sports. Larry Elliott does a splendid back dive.
When Larry's friend Scooter offered him $8 to wear his sister's swimsuit, he didn't
Paulette
hesitate
Henry
for a
does swan
second.
dive. Rube Wolf Jr., who won a preliminary race, is in the second lane.
Rest of them, just a bunch of
This is
guys
a
who
real
jumped in the
contest
pool,
as
I
the
guess.
boys battle. At the far turn, it's still very close.
Will it be the only guy whose name I know? Stay tuned.
Rube, and he comes in to win the race with a sudden burst of speed.
And the nearly empty warehouse
Jimmy
goes
McHugh,
wild.
well-known songwriter.
A short that's not bad, there's just not much to it. This one gets a 1.5 out of 5.
An awkward presentation, but at least not as embarrassing as winning a Grammy.
Number 70, American Thrift Part 2 from February 25th, 2010.
Someone else has another like. that's different.
Wait, you guys have different likes than
Depending
me?
upon who we are,
Team Jacob,
where
baby.
we live,
Son of a...
and where we go from
could
day
have
to
told
day.
me.
If you remember the first part of American Thrift, you'll recall that we had our narrator telling us the story of the average American woman, and how she works hard to provide her family with the most comfort for the least amount of money. It was kind of off the rails and meandering the last time, and now it's even more of that! Unlike last time, however, Veronica Belmont isn't here to join our guys. Mike, Kevin, and Bill take this installment on as the usual trio.
Or promise to give us lasting satisfaction.
Does not apply to Mick Jagger, who can't get no.
That whatever we buy is functional, that it is individually suited to the purpose for which we are to use it.
Did Yoda write this
Fine
copy?
art with a larger view.
No, honey, you can't use your shrinking ray on me and dress me up again.
Yes, it's quite poisonous.
Competition, all the difference in what is bought or not bought. Pennies.
Pennies. Sorry, lost my place in the copy here.
Cellophane from sawdust. Rayon.
I think we lost the plot
from
here
chips,
again.
All from the cellulose of wood that once was wasted.
A.K.A. James Wood.
By packing only the concentrated goodness.
Unconcentrated
the
goodness?
Of
That's
the
for the
goodness
damn Russians.
May determine how much we get for our money.
Its digestibility
And
by
whether
humans
we
is of
buy
no concern to
or
us.
buy them when it arrives. The expense of remelting is gone.
And the giant
The
fondue
savings
truck is
are
on its
passed
way.
on to us.
Again, the short goes completely off topic, and instead of focusing on the housewives of America, we start learning about how the products are made. Kind of. It switches focus so much that we only see a brief snippet of how each of the products are created. Then we're seeing how everybody has different tastes, and that there's something out there for everyone. Suddenly, we're hearing about how various American families may live their lives, and how many different types of fun there are to be had. Yup, this is just a completely incoherent mess of a short that never really goes anywhere.
But more notably, in products that are more and more reliable.
If he'd added a third more, I might have been convinced.
Inventors, and that can be bought by more and more people.
Again, one
for
more
less
short of the
money
mark.
than they
No
ever
sale for me,
cost.
my friend.
There is something else we want too.
Our body weight in ice cream with every meal.
We differ in our desires as to style.
Those Zubaz pants are universally beloved.
Some delight in social recreation.
And springs are very important in golf, too.
In many homes, the wife is a career woman.
A professional silly hat wearer, for instance.
In other homes, the daughter goes to college.
And learns how to make Campbell's soup? How is this all related?
And then we insist on quality and give it the treatment quality deserves.
That's why we give our clothing after dinner mitts.
Each of us is an individual.
Together, we're a mindless
Each of us
rabble.
wants what all brought to us by American competition in economy.
No more shoe
Providing
cartels.
us with the competition to win family favor makes it possible for us to be well dressed at the price we can afford to pay.
If I wasn't
Low,
gay, I would
medium,
tear that up.
Or high. Our traditional American thrift, and particularly the thrift of our womenfolk, finds the way to provide for the future.
Yes, our women folk who take care of our men fellows and our youngsterlings.
We have almost unlimited varieties of fun.
We do?
Ranging
Hell,
from...
right,
There is the choice of the quietness of games
Well, stuff
for
this, you
just
junkies
two,
bastard.
and the celebrations in which whole communities participate.
Like the annual Caucasian Day.
While this short may be random, the jokes are a bit weaker than part 1's, so I've got to give this one a 2.5 out of 5.
But our thrift does more than spur competition in material offerings of convenience and service.
Our thrift also provides convenient competition between service... Well, where the hell am I?
As always, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I wanted to announce that I have a special video coming out soon for Valentine's Day, where I'll be counting down my top 10 Rifftrax and MST3K shorts about romance and relationships. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys later.
It's time for